run on national television. The first time in league history that multiple exhibition games will air nationally.
And then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence.
The wider accessibility of the entire preseason schedule is another milestone moment for the league. And one of Caitlin Clark, obviously one of her big gifts is the ability to just come down the court and all of a sudden, boom.
Did you hear what Steph Curry just said about Caitlin Clark? The greatest shooter in NBA history literally compared her release time to his own.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine.
That's not just praise, that's respect at the highest level from a legend. And now the WNBA is making a move they've never made before. Every single preseason game available to watch, national TV coverage for Clark and Paige Bueckers. This is the moment women's basketball has been waiting for, and I'm breaking down exactly what it means for the future of the game.
What is the right thing to do? How about expanding the preseason games to national television?
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Remember last year when Cheryl Reeve completely lost it because a Minnesota Lynx game wasn't even being broadcast? That wasn't just a coach having a bad day. It was the breaking point after years of WNBA games vanishing into thin air. Think about it. Professional basketball games in 2023 with 0 broadcast options. 0. How crazy is that? Players were competing at the highest level and fans couldn't even watch. That's how bad things were for the WNBA just months ago. For years, the league has been stuck in this bizarre TV limbo. Fans would clear their schedules to watch their favorite teams, only to discover the game wasn't available anywhere. Not on cable, not on streaming, nowhere. You'd have better luck finding footage of Bigfoot than some WNBA matchups. Dedicated fans turned into amateur detectives hunting across multiple platforms and subscription services just to piece together a season of their favorite team. Imagine trying to grow your fan base when potential new viewers can't even see your product. It's like opening a restaurant but keeping the doors locked. How are you supposed to fall in love with players you can't watch? How do you develop that emotional connection to teams when half their games disappear into the void?
The wider accessibility of the entire preseason schedule is another milestone moment for the league.
The WNBA was caught in this impossible situation where they needed more viewers to get better TV deals, but couldn't get more viewers because they didn't have proper TV exposure. Talk about a chicken and egg problem. The league stood at this massive crossroads: keep limping along with spotty coverage and accept slow growth, or make a bold move to break this cycle once and for all. Because let's be real, in 2024, if it's not on screen, it might as well not exist. The decision they made would either keep the WNBA in the shadows or finally push it into the spotlight where it belongs. That's when WNBA Chief Growth Officer Collie Edison stepped up and recognized what needed to happen. Instead of small tweaks to the broadcasting schedule, she pushed for a complete overhaul of how the WNBA approaches putting games in front of eyeballs. In her own words, "We've seen the demand for WNBA content grow exponentially. We are meeting that demand by working with our broadcast partners and our teams to make a significant investment by making all 15 preseason games available to fans."
Run on national television. The first time in league history that multiple exhibition games will air nationally.
And she wasn't kidding about making that investment. For the first time in league history, the WNBA is broadcasting every single preseason game. Not just a highlight package, not just the marquee matchups. All 15 games will be available to watch. 4 of those games are even getting national TV treatment on major networks.
But I would say this is a pretty good business move, and this should have definitely been a priority, and this was the right thing to do.
You want to see the most hyped rookie in basketball history? Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever facing off against the Brazilian national team will be right there on ESPN for everyone to see.
Indiana Fever, against the Brazilian team was going to be on national television. I believe that game's going to be on ESPN.
Curious about how Paige Bueckers looks in her debut with the Dallas Wings against the defending champion Aces. That's going to be broadcast on ION on May 2nd. The Fever's preseason opener against the Washington Mystics. NBA TV has you covered on May 3rd. And here's the best part. Even if your favorite matchup isn't on one of those national networks, you're still covered. Every remaining preseason game will be available through WNBA League Pass. Don't have a subscription? No problem. The league is offering a free preview during preseason, ensuring that literally every minute of preseason action is accessible to anyone who wants to watch. No excuses, no barriers.
Will also be broadcast on WNBA League Pass, with the lone exception airing only on ESPN.
No hunting across platforms, just basketball available at your fingertips. This is a complete 180-degree turn from last year when coaches were publicly fuming about games not being broadcast at all. In less than a year, the WNBA has gone from "you can't watch this game, period," to "here's every single game, including some on major networks, and the rest are free."
On May 4th would air on ESPN. Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, the rest of the Fever will also be on national television.
That's not just progress, that's a revolution in how the league approaches fan accessibility. But this TV revolution isn't just about watching basketball games. It's about something much bigger. It's about the WNBA finally removing the biggest barrier between their product and potential fans. It's about understanding that in today's world, content accessibility isn't optional, it's essential. It's about recognizing that you can have the most talented athletes in the world, but if people can't watch them play, that talent remains hidden. So what we're seeing right now is nothing short of revolutionary. When Steph Curry steps up and validates Caitlin Clark's game, that's the ultimate cosign.
The record and the amount of attention that she has gained over the course of these last couple years.
Basketball royalty recognizing basketball royalty. And when you pair that with fans finally being able to watch these games without jumping through hoops, that's the perfect storm.
And one of Caitlin Clark, obviously one of her big gifts is the ability to just come down the court and all of a sudden, boom.
And then her just confidence. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence.
For years, the WNBA has been this hidden gem that people couldn't actually experience. Now the floodgates are opening. This isn't just a good season coming up. This could be the inflection point we look back on years from now when the W is pulling massive numbers. The ceiling? There isn't one anymore.